Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I've been a little bit interactive recently, I'll be honest. Been going through a funk. Y'all know how it goes. But we are back today to look, listen, learn. Well, we're not going to listen, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how the copyright laws work or anything, so I'm not trying to get a video that I work on to be taken down, so know that, but we ain't gonna listen until I can figure out the tea on all of that. But we're going to look, interpret, I don't know, other things, look at the themes. I'll tell you what I think about Marina's new record, the second side to this CD, I guess. I don't know. I don't know exactly what to call it, but we are looking at Fear today. Fear, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to hear my humble opinion on the record, well then stay tuned. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. I don't know, I don't care, but let's do it, okay? See you in a sec. Mwah. Pussy willows. Okay, neat. All right, so y'all already know. I have my little book here with my opinions, the interpretations of the songs, the track list, what I think the theme is. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. I'll read down the track list real quick. Track 1, Believe in Love. Track 2 is Life is Strange. Track 3 is You. Yes, You. Number 4 is Karma. Sorry, I got a little bit too excited about that accent. But anyway, track 5 is An Emotional Machine. Track 6, Too Afraid. Too Afraid. Track 7, No More Suckers. Bob. Track 8, Soft to Be Strong. So, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and make this very clear, honestly. The first time I listened to this record, I was not too fond of it. Sonically, it's, you know, kind of a bop. Like, every one of the songs, I was like, it had a beat, a melody that I could go with, you know? But the lyrics were a bit more general, I guess you could say. Kind of the same complaints that I had with Love, the first part to the album. For some reason, this record has seemed a lot more general in the lyrical content, and at first I was not happy about it, but then it struck me. Okay, she changed her name to Marina, only Marina. Obviously, she's trying to rebrand herself completely. She started working with more outside producers, like, you know, on Love, whenever she had Baby with Clean Bandit and Louis Fonzi. And it kind of hit a chord with me that she's just trying to make a quick, not a quick buck, I'm not gonna say that. She is trying to be more relevant, I suppose. In my opinion, she is trying to be more relevant. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, she's been to school since FROOT came out, so God knows she's probably in debt, but she needs to make that coin. And, you know, she's been going on Jimmy Fallon. She's been doing all these YouTube trend interviews, like Nylon's What Was the Last Thing You Postmated? So she's just going through and doing a lot more promotion for herself, and so she's trying to sell, I think. Not necessarily sell out, because the songs are still good, and, you know, I hate using that term sell out, because people can change over time, and, you know, sometimes it maybe they're changing to make that coin, and then sometimes they just got happier. You know what I mean? That's just the tea. So as I looked at that and I kind of realized what may or may not be going on, that is whenever the album more so hit me, like, I was there for it after I realized that, okay, this isn't Marina and the Diamonds, this is Marina, okay? Period. you know? Okay, so Believe in Love. I said what I think the interpretation of that song is kind of whenever you're being hot and cold with somebody and you like them, but you just don't know how to show that emotion to other people, and you know that they like you, but for maybe the timing is different, maybe you didn't quite understand that they actually had feelings for you, so it makes it a little bit difficult to find a relationship, kind of like a right person, wrong time scenario. You know what I'm saying? So in this song, she's just telling herself that she needs to, instead of thinking that everyone is out to get her, basically, that people can be good, and maybe she needs to find a little bit of love in her life. Track 2 was Life is Strange, and this is kind of where it hit me that I wasn't going to care too much for this album on the initial listen, because okay, Believe in Love is very choppy, and it had a vocal effect that I've never heard Marina doing before. So it was really refreshing. It was still a Marina song, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was very different from anything I've heard from her, but like, if I were to listen to that and the voice was like altered or something, and I could still be like, huh, that sounds like something Marina would do. You know what I'm saying? The Life is Strange has that same choppiness in the vocals that Believe in Love did, except of having like the vocal effect and the reverb that Believe in Love had. Life is Strange has very intense like like violin, like it sounds like Lindsey Sterling was in the studio that day and Marina was just like,
come on in, baby.
Come listen to these, tell me which one you want to just go off on, because the entire song, I don't think there's 1 minute where there's not like it's intense, but it was very similar to Believe in Love in that aspect, that it was very choppy, and they had kind of like the same instrument like flow, I guess. I don't know, I'm not that musically inclined, as I'm sure you can tell from me talking, but it was a lot. Upon listening to it more, I like it, and it's kind of relatable, but it's just like, like Life is Strange, nobody has it figured out. Nobody. Like, people seem like they do, they're jetting across the world, blah blah blah, they're still confused, they don't know what's going on with themselves, they don't know what they want to be doing tomorrow. And it's just like remember, like, you're not the only one that's confused. Like, take a breath, let it out, live in the moment, because that's all you got. Track 3, You. This is kind of where this song was very general. Like any person could sing this. Like, literally, if Demi Lovato had it, like, okay, if Justin Bieber had it, like, okay, Miley Cyrus could sing it. Like, this song is so general that it's still a bop, I'll be honest, it's a bop, but it's so general that it doesn't matter if anybody else had it. It's just one of those songs that, like, it definitely could have been cut, but I know that if one of them were to get popular, it would be this, or maybe a couple later on in the album. But it's point cut and dry. All it is, knowing somebody beyond how they present themselves to the world. Or I had the interpretation that maybe like you're willing to stay in a relationship that's maybe on the rocks, maybe it's toxic, who knows, because you don't know how to be in a relationship with anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not happy where you are, but you don't know what's beyond that, so you choose to stay because that's the only person that you've ever known. On that level, that's another interpretation that I saw from it. Maybe it's both. Who knows? So we're going to move right along to Karma, and all I wrote down for this one was
everyone. Karma got his kids for me.
Because, oh my god, I think it's karma. You know, like, if you listen to this song's a bop, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely about how somebody treated Marina bad. Maybe she was treating somebody else bad, I don't know. Somebody was treating Marina bad, and karma came around and really got them. My favorite is like the, oh my god, like she's surprised, and then you can just hear it in her voice, like, I think it's karma, like, oh my god, I think it's karma, like the immediate shift, like you're acting so surprised, like, oh no, and then you're like, yeah, they really deserved that, so they got it good. This song is a bop. Honestly, I could see it becoming popular as well. It has like I don't like a Bollywood-esque feeling to it to me. Maybe it's like Spanish, maybe it's Italian. There's some underlying like sonic there that I'm like really digging, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is, or I don't know where it's from, but it definitely sounds international, truly and utterly. So next is Emotional Machine. Now this is a song that Marina performed a while back, and you could find videos of it, but the quality was very shaky. Like literally the one that I found like probably 6 months ago at this point, before she even announced this album. At the beginning of the show, she's like, all right, this is a brand new record, please do not be filming this, just live in the moment with me. And of course it's on a phone, like how else would I have been seeing it? But I think that's funny whenever artists say that and people don't listen. So
public service announcement: if an artist asks you not to record their stuff, please don't, because they don't want it out there yet. Trust and believe, it's coming eventually.
And if you do, especially, don't send it out onto the internet. But we live in 2019. What's gonna stop anybody now, you know? So this song, it is about how she's had to learn how to like suppress her emotions, just from a very young age. She says, I'm a machine, unemotional being, since I was a teen, cut my emotions off clean, or maybe it's cut my feelings off clean, I don't know, but it's basically about how she went through some trauma, went through some trauma in her past, and she's had to definitely learn that she can't just keep giving emotion to things that don't need it, I guess. And I think what she's insinuating is that the person that she was in a relationship with also kind of was going through maybe similar traumas whenever they were magnetically brought together, and she knows that that's not like a basis for a relationship, because whenever you get too many people together that all they're gonna do is complain, then, you know, it quickly becomes very toxic, very bad. If you build a relationship, being a friendship even, on like talking bad about somebody, then the friendship is not going to last, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have an actual genuine connection beyond just shared trauma or shared hatred for somebody. Public service announcement number 2 this episode. Anyway, we're going to move right along to Too Afraid. Now this song is relatable, honestly, like relatable, but I skip it. I listened to it, you know, the album came out like 2 days ago. I've probably already listened through it 50 times, who knows, but this is the song that if I'm going through the album, I'm more inclined to skip it than any of the other ones. It's just about needing like a new experience, needing something different from what you're living in now. She's saying a lot of stuff about how she's too afraid to be in the city or whatever. Too afraid to leave the city, I'm sorry. And basically, she says that she is staying because of the toxic relationship that she's been talking about throughout this album. And she's too afraid to get out because she doesn't know what's beyond. Kind of like in You, whenever I was talking about the toxic relationship, blah, 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 blah. I just don't know what it is about this song, because it's nothing too glaringly bad about it, but for some reason I just skip.
Maybe it hits too close to home.
I don't know. But moving right along from that one, it is No More Suckers. Now this song, it's a bop. It's a bop. I could see You, Karma, or this if Marina were to ever be on mainstream radio. I could see those three doing it. Like, I know Baby has already been on radio in Latin countries on their mainstream radio, but I'm talking about like top 40 radio everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Those are the three that I could see potentially getting to it. No More Suckers is, I don't know. It's about finally building up the courage to leave a bad relationship or a bad friendship or a bad situation in general. It's funny because the lyrics are kind of cheesy, if I'm being honest. Like, put my stop sign up, you're not getting any nearer. I don't know. It's funny, but there's one part in it where she says, when you come to my house, you eat all my food and then you mess up my towels. And I was like, why towels? Like, what about the towels? But it's funny in another way too. Like, she's like, can I be any more clear that I don't want to talk to you? I don't respond to your texts. Like, yike, the fact that that's like a millennial clock now, I guess. But yeah, don't be going to Marina's house and messing up her towels. That's all I gotta say. Because she will check out. Now, last but not least, we have Soft to Be Strong, and this song is something that it's definitely about like having to unlearn behaviors that had to grow from a negative relationship or a negative situation even. Like whenever you're going through something and you have to like build up a defense mechanism, you know what I'm saying? And it's about how, like, in order to actually grow as a person and to become strong, we have to put down our boundaries, unlearn the defense mechanisms that we put up around ourselves, because in order to truly be happy, you have to be vulnerable and weak sometimes. Or that's just my interpretation. I think that one was pretty clear just by the title, in all honesty. But these Pussy Willows going all out, y'all. I feel like, God, what's her name? Kris Jenner. Maybe. Is that it? Oh my God, that's so bad. Yeah, I think that's her name. Is she a Jenner? Anyway, irrelevant. Okay, so basically, what I believe the themes of this album are personal growth, letting go of things that you no longer need, no longer make you happy, no longer satisfy what you were going through, and staying more so in the present as opposed to thinking too much about the future and getting lost in the world. You know what I mean? I think it's very funny that the personal love side of the record is what's called fear, because it is kind of a scary thing to have to learn how to be better to yourself. As funny as that sounds, like, we can give our love to others all day long. Like, a friend could be going through something and we'll sit there for hours just like, oh, you're good, like, we love you, you're fine. But then, like, as soon as we're going through something, we're like, I'm checking out, I'm gone, you know, like. But I do think that there's a lot to be learned from this record, and I hope that Marina keeps putting out music, because honestly, even if it is this general as these two albums have been, there's still good music to listen to, and I still love her, and I will always love her. That's just the tea. So, in farewell, I love you. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're doing the best that you can, and you're only getting better, by the way. I've noticed. And good night, good morning, good afternoon, shalom, amen, hallelujah. I don't know. Mwah. Love you. You have a good time.